These are the top 5 USB mics for podcasting. We're going to walk through our top 5 ranking, tell you the pros and cons of each mic, which are great for upgrade picks or if you're just starting out in your podcast. You'll also get to hear what each microphone sounds like, and we're going to reveal our number 1 USB mic for podcasting, and it's probably cheaper than you think. Coming in at number 5 is the Audio-Technica 2500X. There's no XLR connection, so you can't connect this to an audio interface in the future, but there's a headphone jack on the front. The 2500X does come with this little stand in the box, but it's a little flimsy and you would still probably want to get a microphone arm if you're going to be using this long term. Now, every other microphone in this list is a dynamic microphone, meaning it's better at rejecting room noise and focusing on your voice. Condenser microphones can be a little sensitive, so if you don't have a kind recording environment or you have an echoey room, this might not be the best option. But when you're ready to record, you just plug a USB-C cable here in the bottom, the other end in your computer, and when you speak into this microphone, you're actually going to speak into the side, not the top like you might think. While it feels like this should be the orientation of the microphone, you actually want to speak into the side like this. You could probably hear the difference if I move it and try to speak into the top of the microphone versus speaking into the side where you're supposed to. But if you have a kind recording environment, like a treated room like I have here, a condenser microphone can sound good, and the audio you're hearing right now is the Audio-Technica 2500X. Again, it's a solid sound. It comes in at $100 on Amazon, and keep in mind with a microphone like this, you don't want to get too close. You're going to start hearing more mouth sounds and plosives, and so with this kind of condenser microphone, I would try to keep the microphone about 8 inches away from your mouth as you're recording. All right, pick number 4. This is the Shure MV6. It actually comes with a nice tabletop stand in the box, has a USB-C connection on the back and a headphone jack so you can hear yourself and maybe a remote guest if you're recording with them. And it also has a capacitive mute switch on the top, which is nice. That means if you're going to cough or you just need to mute yourself for a second, you can just tap this and it will mute the microphone temporarily. Let's plug this in so you can see what that looks like. You'll see right now it's lit up green, and if I were to tap it once, it turns red. That means the microphone is muted. Tap it again, and now you're recording. If you do use this to mute and unmute, make sure it's actually unmuted when you're recording. So the audio you're hearing now is the Shure MV6, and one of the things I like about this microphone is it has built-in voice isolation that's on by default. So as soon as you take it out of the box and connect it to your computer or even your iPad or iPhone, it's actually going to isolate your voice, reduce background noise, and echo automatically. Now, Shure calls this a gaming microphone, which you could use it for that, but if you're traveling, you're at a conference, maybe even in hotel rooms, I actually like the voice isolating feature of the MV6. And it's reasonably priced, coming in at $150 with a high quality desk stand. That's a pretty good deal. Keep in mind it does not have an XLR connection, so you won't be able to connect this to an audio interface in the future. Number 3, this is one of my favorite microphones. This is the Rode PodMic. This comes in different variations, but this one is the PodMic USB. So you can see it has a USB port there, headphone jack here for monitoring yourself or hearing remote guests, and it also has an XLR connection here in the back. It also comes with this little rubber stopper so you can cover that connection when you're not using it. That means in the future, if you want to connect this to an audio interface and use it with multiple in-person microphones, this is a great option. The audio you're hearing right now is from the Rode PodMic. It really sounds great. It's a dynamic microphone like the MV6 that I talked about before. It's going to do a better job than condenser mics at rejecting room noise and echo, and you can get a really professional sound from this kind of microphone. You can get it in different colors. You don't have to get a white version. There is a black version for the USB, but be mindful if you're buying this because these options are not just colors. You'll see that the $100 version is just XLR. That's not a USB microphone. But the $200 versions, both the black and white, that has both the XLR and USB. Coming in at $200, it's more expensive than the microphones before, but this might be a good upgrade pick, or if you just want to jump to this when you're starting to podcast, this is going to last you a long time. It's a great quality microphone. The next pick is the Shure MV7 Plus. Now, there's multiple variants of this. Some only have an XLR connection, which is this here, not a USB, and there is also an older regular MV7 No Plus. The main difference there is the connector. The Plus version has USB-C, which is a little more universal. It's what I prefer to have, and this is the microphone I take with me whenever I travel. If I'm going to be recording a podcast in a hotel room or any other place besides my studio, this is the microphone I use. It has the headphone jack here to monitor yourself and hear remote guests. Doesn't come with a stand in the box, but you can screw this to any tabletop or mic arm stand. The audio you're hearing now is from the Shure MV7 Plus, and you can see this is a professional microphone. It is the most expensive option on our list, but if you upgrade to this, this could be your podcast microphone for the rest of your podcasting. This one also has a capacitive mute switch. It's actually the LED strip that's on the top of the microphone. If I were to You probably didn't hear what I said. The microphone was muted when that LED strip is red. Do be careful with this and the MV6. If you adjust the microphone and inadvertently tap that capacitive button, you might mute your microphone without knowing. So just keep that in mind. And if you use this with the XLR connection over USB, that capacitive switch doesn't do anything. It doesn't affect the signal when it's connected to an audio interface. Sometimes you can get this on sale. Right now, with a stand, it's actually $270. Again, this is an upgrade pick when it comes to cost. And it also comes in two colors. You can get the black version, the white version, or if you just want XLR because you're only using it with an audio interface, you can save $100 and buy it for $180. When it comes to the combination of value and sound quality, the Samson Q2U is unbeatable. It also has a USB connection and XLR on the bottom, so you can use it both with an audio interface in your computer or devices. Has the headphone jack here. This is a dynamic microphone, and it is a workhorse. It's also very durable. You can throw it in a bag and don't have to worry about anything breaking. I like putting a windscreen. You can get one of these on Amazon for just a few dollars. And this microphone would be an excellent start to your podcast career. The sound you're hearing right now is from the Samson Q2U, and as you can hear, it sounds great. This is a dynamic microphone like the three others before it, and it's going to do well at rejecting some of that room noise. When it comes to mic technique, I try to keep it a fist-length distance away from my mouth, a little off-center, so I'm not talking directly into it, but a little bit down. And you're going to get great sounding audio with this microphone, and it's an excellent value. For $100, it comes with a microphone, a little stand, pop filter, and XLR cable. And if you buy this new, I didn't even realize this, they did upgrade it with a USB-C port. So this has USB-C just like all the other microphones in this list. Now I'm thinking about upgrading mine, even though I don't need to. But if you're just starting out podcasting or you're not happy with your current microphone, the Samson Q2U is the way to go. We'll put links to all those microphones down in the video description, but what if you want to start podcasting right now and you don't have a microphone? Well, that's where Buzzsprout can help. Buzzsprout has a magic mastering feature, which can take your audio file that you may have recorded with your phone, your AirPods, or just an inexpensive pair of headphones, and use AI to enhance it and make it sound studio quality. Let me show you an example. So I actually just put in a pair of AirPods, and the audio you're hearing right now is what's recorded directly from the AirPods. Now, I'm going to put this audio file through Magic Mastering, and now what you're hearing is the AirPods microphone through Buzzsprout Magic Mastering. As you can see, it really helps it sound studio quality, and this will work if you have a pair of wired headphones with a microphone on the lanyard, or if you just want to use your iPhone or other device microphone, record a voice memo, and then upload that file to Buzzsprout. Magic Mastering will make any audio file sound great. You can try Buzzsprout for free right now and try Magic Mastering for free. We'll put a link to try Buzzsprout down in the video description. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. If you have any questions on our top 5 USB mic picks, or you have a great pick that you'd like to recommend, let us know down in the comments as well. And if you're thinking whether starting a podcast is right for you, we did a whole video on why you should start a podcast and why it's one of the best platforms to grow an audience that's connected to you as a creator. You can watch that video right up here. And if you need help naming your podcast, Buzzsprout has a tool that helps too. Podcast Name Generator can tell you what names are already taken and in use, which are unique, and recommend as many names as you need to find the perfect one. You can watch that video right up here. Thanks for watching, and keep podcasting.